What was DNPE's intention with implementing an annual renewal process?
The part about the annual renewal, initially that was we were trying to put that in place or propose that so that we could have a true accurate or as close to accurate account of how many people are truly homeschooling, the number of homeschools. But the law does not require that families let us know that they're going to continue to operate each year. The law requires that they let us know if they're terminating. So the renewal piece is not something that we can implement. However, the online survey update, which is what's happening now and has always happened from October 1st to September 30th, is what we will continue to do each year. And basically families are either this year going online and updating their information, looking at their address, their telephone number if it's been provided, email address if it's been provided, and making sure that that information is correct. And if it's not, going through and correcting it, and then giving us their enrollment numbers. Enrollment numbers are not required, but we're requesting and urging families to provide that because we can be able to give a more accurate account of the number of students in homeschools.
Am I required to create an online profile for my homeschool?
DNPE did not decide to activate the online profile, so that is not required, and you can't even create one. It's nowhere on the website for that to be done.
Must a homeschool be annually renewed?
Right, there is no renewal process. So no question on the online survey asks about, are you renewing, are you going to operate? The question at the beginning of the survey asks if they are terminating or plan to terminate their homeschool.
Okay.
So that's it. There is no annual renewal question on the survey.
I completed the online survey, but I didn't see any option for opting in or out of voluntary inspection by mail. Now I'm unsure about my status.
August 1st through 3rd, there was a computer programming issue. So those who completed their survey October 1st through October 3rd, we have noted that there was that error. So families do not have to send in their postcard to opt in or opt out. We have a special note. So if you want to send your inspection by mail data in by June 30th, you are completely okay to do that. We want you to do that, but do not stress or be worried about the fact that that question was not there if you completed your online survey between August 1st and 3rd. By August 4th, the error was fixed. Completing the online survey doesn't automatically mean that they're opting in. Now that the question is there, they can opt in or out. If they choose not to participate, then they just will not send in their test data.
Okay. The law says a homeschool has to make attendance records and grades available upon request. Is a postcard request the same as a home visit request?
Do not have to mail in those test scores and attendance records. We strongly encourage them to. However, if they choose not to, that is completely within their rights. But they are supposed to keep them on file so that if we just have an opportunity to do a home visit, those are the records that we would want to see.
The DNPE website lists homeschools from my county that I know are no longer operating. What impact does unreported homeschool closings have on the department and on the state?
As far as costs go, that means that a postcard was printed for that family. It was also mailed out to that family. So we incurred the cost for all of those individuals who are no longer homeschooling but did not let us know. Also, it skews the number of open homeschools that we report out. So when families don't let us know that they're closing, we assume that they are open, and those are the numbers that we report out each year in August. So it skews the number of schools, and then it also impacts the estimate of the number of students who are in homeschooling.
I've moved. How do I inform DNPE of my new address?
They changed their address and we sent the postcard. Chances are the postcard was not forwarded to them. So we get the cards back to us that will let us know that the address had been changed and give us a new address. And we tend to send those cards right back out a second time if we're given the correct address from the post office. Okay. So that person can either wait to see if the card will come back, or they can call our office and say, I moved, I did not get my gray card, and we will take their information over the phone.
DNPE asked for my enrollment information. Why?
Enrollment numbers are not required, but we're requesting and urging families to provide that because we can be able to give a more accurate account of the number of students in homeschools. And I think that that's basically the only change in that online survey from past years, is that we are asking them to truly provide their enrollment numbers. And I don't think in the past no one has ever said, give us your enrollment numbers.
If a family does not update its homeschool information, can it be closed by DNPE?
If the family does not wish to participate in either going online to update their information if there's been no change, or they don't want to send in the postcard, their school will not be closed. We strongly encourage them to go online and say no change and update their enrollment numbers. But if they choose not to, they will not be closed in the database.
Okay.
Must I provide DNPE an email address in order to receive vital correspondence?
The gray postcards, we're suspending that. So they will not receive a gray postcard next August. The vital correspondence means that next year, when we get ready to send out what would have been the postcard, we'd send an email to say, the site is available, please go online, review your contact information, and update anything that needs to be updated. Or if there's some special announcement that needs to reach homeschoolers, we will send that out via email. Now, we do understand that some people do not have email access, so we will work with organizations like NCHE, Homeschool Alliance, or any other homeschool organizations to help us post announcements on their websites or listservs so that people will get the information if we don't have email addresses for them. And specific mailings for a specific homeschool family in regards to a complaint that may have been issued or a question that we have specifically, of course, we will contact that homeschool family individually, and it could be via mail or over the telephone.
Is the information I've given DNPE secure? Is it a part of the public record?
What everyone is doing now is the same process that they've done for a few years now with the online survey update. So that is not creating an online profile, and the site is still secure. That's why the postcard had the security password, so no one has to worry about someone hacking in while they're online completing their information. The state does have people who monitor all state websites and try to prevent any type of fraudulent activities or hackers from getting in. And then as far as public records goes, homeschool addresses are public records. So if someone contacted DNPE and requested homeschool addresses for the state or for a specific county, we are required to give them that information.
Okay.
If a family may submit information to DNPE over the phone instead of online, why isn't this stated on the gray card?
If you look at that gray card, we used every bit of space possible, so there was limited space. So we had to pick and choose the information that we included on that gray card.
Okay.
In the rare case where the youngest child is 18, how can a homeschool maintain its open status?
So your question is, if the homeschool family, if it's listed as a current homeschool,
right,
they don't want to tell us on the survey or the gray card that their only child is turning 18.
Right.
This is my thought on that. If the homeschool is already listed and this is their last year and the homeschool has been open for years, we are not going to close the school if they're turning 18.
What if they've turned 18 before the school year starts?
Before the school year starts. Yeah. I say be honest, and we will not close the school if it's for the last year for them to actually complete their program and move on to community college. I understand how that will be difficult if the school is no longer in our database.